There is one word that explains my success in the investing world, and it's this: focus. Warren Buffett. Buffett is known as one of the greatest investors of all time through his organization, Berkshire Hathaway, where he's amassed billions of dollars in returns for every one of his shareholders. But in addition to that, he's amassed an amazing following of devotees and community that he's built through his strong communication skills and his ability to influence effectively. Which is exactly why in this week's episode of MasterTalk, we're going to be talking about investing and the power of Warren Buffett's communication skills. Hi everyone, Brendan here from MasterTalk on your go-to channel to master your talk. And today, we're talking Warren Buffett. So let the investing game begin. Number one, be the oddball in your industry. Let me paint a picture here so we're all on the same page. Most investors live somewhere in New York City in a penthouse. They drink really nice wine, they buy expensive steaks, and they live lavishly. But Warren Buffett lives in a small house in Omaha. He spends $3, not $3 million, $3 on breakfast, like an egg McMuffin, and he drinks Coke all day. Yet, he is more successful than everyone else in that community combined. Isn't that fascinating? Sure, I won't argue that, oh yeah, it's because he drinks Diet Coke that made him successful. Well, actually, regular Coke in his case. But what I will say is those quirky decisions that he makes every day made him famous to the general public. So I'm not saying you need to be the oddball in your industry. I'm not saying you need to wake up every morning with a chicken on your head. But what I am saying is start thinking about what are the 1 to 2 ideas or ways that you believe about the world that are unique to you, and start communicating them more frequently to the people around you. I'll give an example with me. I always use the question, how would your life change if you were an exceptional communicator? A lot of people in my industry are focused on the fear, whereas I'm focused on the hope. So it doesn't need to be $3 breakfast. Just find the thing that makes you unique and communicate that more often to everyone else. Number 2, build reputation over decades, not days. When you ask someone in the investing community about Warren Buffett's strategy, everyone generally knows it, which is the following: buy great companies with great management teams and do nothing with the money. Literally just put the money in the company and don't touch it for 30, 40 years. He hasn't forcefully tried to take over companies for almost 50 years. It's been such a long time since Warren did that when he was younger. But the point is that reputation is aligned with who he is as an investor, which means that people can trust it. So he gets access to deal flow, access to relationships that most of us don't, because his reputation gets proven over and over and over again until the world knows what it is. What are you doing with your reputation? How thoughtful are you being with how you're showing up in the world? I feel so many content creators or so many people in general, whenever they think reputation, they make bad short-term financial decisions that tarnish their personal brand over time. I would encourage you not to do that. Start writing down, reflecting, who do I want to be? What do I want to be known for in 10, 20, 30, or even 50 years? And start making the decisions that that person would make right now, so you can grow that reputation over time. That also helps you in the context if you want to be a public figure, in the sense that when you're known for something, if you stick to your values, you stick to your principles, sure, it won't work short term, but long term, the whole world will know about who you are and want to do business with you. And finally, number 3, leverage your personal brand to achieve your ultimate vision. Most of us frowned on the rich, but not Warren Buffett. Why is that? I mean, the guy is worth tens of billions of dollars. So why doesn't the general public hate Warren? Well, it's very fascinating because Warren is extremely intentional about how he conducts himself and how he does partnerships with other people. That's why there's only good news about the guy, because he only does win-win partnerships. He either buys stock in a company and does nothing with it, or builds a partnership with somebody else in a way that it's beneficial to all parties. So nobody goes after him, which I think is very smart. But when you have a personal brand like that, over time, you start to benefit from it. Not overnight, but over time. There's actually a famous saying in the investing community called the Buffett effect. So the Buffett effect means that when Warren makes a decision on a stock, there's an immediate effect in the stock market when the Oracle of Omaha, as he's otherwise known as, makes a decision in the markets. And we see that consistently over time. The other thing that Warren does, which I think is very interesting as well, is product placement. So whenever he's speaking, you'll always see him talking about the Egg McMuffin that he's eating, the Coca-Cola can that he's drinking from, the Dairy Queen ice cream that he's eating. And let me tell you something. From the ice cream cone all the way to the iPhone, do you know why? Is because he owns stock in all of those companies. So not only is he enjoying his life, he has become the ultimate advertisement for the holdings that he has in those companies. Absolutely genius. How are you leveraging your personal brand to generate more business, to create a movement, to help other people? Start being more thoughtful, not just how you're being, but more importantly, how you're being and what that gives you in life. And when you're clear on that result, you'll always make the right decisions that help you over time. There is one word that explains my success in the investing community, and it's this: focus, focus, focus. Warren Buffett is the best example of someone who has used both his personal brand and his reputation to create more change in the world and get the results that he's looking for. What about your personal brand? Start to reflect on how you can better leverage it to not just share ideas in the world that matter, but get the results that you're looking for in life as well. As always, if you enjoyed this week's episode of MasterTalk, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. And feel free to also let me know who is your favorite speaker in the comments below. If you know one person who's a fan of Warren Buffett, and I know you do, be sure to send them this video so that they'll be one step closer to mastering their talk. See you, everyone.